The age of heliocentrism is over. We will never have 8 straight finals appearances spearheaded by the best player in the league. People want to frame the Dallas Mavericks finals run last year as Luka Doncic carrying, ultimately getting gobsmacked because Derek Jones and Klay Thompson and whomever couldn't make shots, whereas on the other end, the Boston Celtics superstar Jason Tatum can shoot 35% from the floor, and that team will still gobsmack their finals opponent. This series between the Nuggets and Thunder very well might be the final nail in that coffin as we watch the undisputed best player on the planet fall short at the hands of a much deeper, better, organized and orchestrated, as well as overall more talented roster. And this trend simply cannot be stopped in the new CBA era, where more stars need and want to get paid, leading to more transactions and recycling or redistribution of talent throughout the league, while the overall tide of talent coming into the league is steadily rising higher and higher. Oklahoma City is clearly the better team in this series. They showed great resolve, great commitment to their game plan. They didn't break out of their shells. No one forced shots or tried to go hero ball, especially as their offense was sputtering quite a bit throughout most of this game, because Denver was controlling most of this game through its zone defense and its physicality. But just like Game 4, we witnessed the OKC bench showing up, staying ready, and doing what the Nuggets bench and even 3 of its starting 5 seem unable to do, is contribute offensively for short spurts to keep the ship afloat. Lu Dort going 3 for 4 from behind the arc in that fourth quarter was a replica of the 9-0 run that Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, and then Cason Wallace again did in Game 4 with a 9-0 run to take the game right back from Denver. These bench / non-SGA minutes to start the fourth quarter specifically are starting to concern me the most for Denver and whomever else they end up playing. The egalitarian offense, more unpredictable, freshness of their legs, and the tenacity defensively that they can provide is frankly overwhelming to Denver's bench lineup, which they learned in Game 4 and then last night. Play Nikola Jokic the entire fourth. They were able to tip over the first domino of what would amount to a nonsensical 34-19 fourth quarter collapse by the Denver Nuggets offensively. Having the fresh legs to defend the other team's key players, provide that wall-to-wall pressure, or to suffocate, turnover, and score against their bench units is turning out to be the Thunder's superpower. But as great as that is, and that's a great floor or place to start from, the fourth quarter last night was an incomprehensible offensive collapse on the end of the Nuggets. The math keeps mathing, and what's anchoring the Nuggets continues to be excruciatingly obvious. Every single guy not named Jokic or Murray is putrid right now offensively. How many guys in Denver's entire rotation do you think scored more than 3 baskets? The answer is 3. Jokic, Murray, Gordon. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Brown, and Russell Westbrook combine for 16 of 50 field goals, which comes out to 32% from the floor. Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Alex Caruso combine for 21 of 37 field goals, or 57%. I'm literally just removing each side's top 2 scorers, so Jokic and Murray, and Dub and SGA. Those are your next 4 highest scoring guys, and one team's shot 32% and the other one's shot 57%. Denver's double-digit scorers, 3. Oklahoma City, 6. Twice as many guys. Pretty surprising considering the offensive machinery that Denver is labeled as, whereas the limiting reagent for the stalwart defensive monster of the Thunder is its offense. Gordon can shoot 46% from the floor, 6 of 13, but only 1 free throw in the entire game. Defense is great, the connective tissue is awesome, but an enormous part of exerting physicality against a team that is so undersized as the Thunder is getting the fuck up in them and getting yourself to the free throw line, getting offensive boards, and getting fouled. Some of the quietest 13 points from Aaron Gordon you will ever see. Even Jamal himself getting hot in the third quarter at that point felt like the right time, scoring 13 points in the third quarter, 5 of 10 field goals, and of course, it's a back-breaking flurry of threes. I think he hit 3 inside of like 2 minutes and then got some layups before that. It was immaculate. But you turn the page and head into the fourth quarter. Game 4, they headed into the fourth quarter up by 6. This time they're up by 8, and the same exact story is told. A complete offensive dismantlement by the Denver Nuggets in Q4. And golly gee, doesn't this just look familiar? A little reminiscent of a recent playoff collapse in recent Nuggets history. These fourth quarters, and specifically the first 5 minutes of them, is the center of the war zone of these games, and the Nuggets are getting eviscerated with, as well as prior, without Nikola Jokic on the floor. It is so easy to want to point to Oklahoma City's stalwart defense, but I've got news for you. It really wasn't. Oklahoma City had 2 more turnovers than Denver in the fourth quarter. Denver only having 2 was the quarter low for the game. Denver had 3 more steals than the Thunder in the fourth quarter. Denver had 1 more offensive rebound, but Oklahoma City had 2 more second chance points. Oklahoma City was +3 in free throw attempts, and they were +6 in the assists category. Denver had 0 assists, and that brings us to the crescendo. Nikola Jokic scored 13 of the Nuggets' 19 points in the fourth quarter. But it gets worse than that, because those other 6 points, one of which was a garbage time layup by Jamal Murray when the game was already over, 2 of 2 free throws that Russell Westbrook hit 30 seconds into the fourth quarter, and then 2 of 2 more free throws that Jamal Murray hit with 8 minutes to go. Every other point came from Nikola Jokic in that fourth quarter. Now, as I said, the solution is excruciatingly obvious, and it's not a miraculous microwave scorer off the bench, although Julian Strother looked actually phenomenal, and I was quite frankly a little surprised David Adelman didn't give him a 1 to 2 minute cameo in the fourth quarter, when again they were getting fucking bodied in the first 5 minutes per usual. Christian Brown and Michael Porter Jr. are absolutely submarining this team's ceiling, we can talk about a shoulder injury preventing a guy from being able to contribute on the floor. But I can read the body language and what the fuck is going on between the ears of that guy shooting with absolutely zero confidence. And I'm frankly astounded Adelman drew up some kickouts for him to potentially get the game into overtime or potentially win late. Barely grazes the three on the first attempt and straight air balls on the second attempt. Russell Westbrook airballs 2 threes in this game. Christian Braun finishes 3 of 12 and 2 for 8 from 3. And god damn, I swear on my entire savings account, every single 3 minus max 2, I would say 6 of his 8 were wide open, like beyond 6 feet of closeout space. Michael Porter Jr. just 1 for 7 overall and 0 for 5 from 3. Everyone knows this push-pull of the perimeter to Jokic. Guys have to establish themselves from the outside to allow Jokic a slight edge and more space to operate in the paint and basically win this game for you. If Christian Braun and Michael Porter Jr. can combine for just 4 threes in the first half, Nikola Jokic can probably win you this game. And to come full circle, this is the exact same crutch that we witnessed Luka Doncic learning firsthand what it is like going up against a truly homogeneously talented and well-oiled defensive machine in the finals. You are not going to be able to beat them by yourself, even if you are as generationally all-time talented as Nikola Jokic. The Oklahoma City Thunder are clearly the deeper, better, more talented team, and Nikola Jokic is becoming one of the greatest, most legendary players to ever pick up a basketball. And his supporting cast, namely Christian Braun and Michael Porter Jr., are going to be the demise of his postseason runs and success, not because they can't hit the clutch shots that Aaron Gordon did, but because they can't even hit wide open ones. Is it possible they come out and win 2 straight against the Thunder, given the level of defensive tenacity and physicality and the statement they made against the Thunder in their own building? Absolutely, it's possible. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is impossible without those 2 guys stepping up and give the greatest player on earth just the minimal amount of offensive help that we will ever see in all likelihood in this league ever again. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.